Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I'm gonna be playing with the new Bard palette from Decay Cosmetica. I've been so excited about this brand this year. They just launched their first palette at the beginning of the year and I fell in love with them. Their Druid palette is like one of my top palettes so far this year. I loved their Sorcerer palette and now the Bard is here. The Bard has joined the party. I'm super excited for their third launch. This palette is launching on the 29th, which I believe is gonna be tomorrow, the day after I upload this video. I will have the launch details down below. I believe it's at 9 a.m. PST, and you can use my affiliate code battybean to save 10% on their site, and I appreciate it very much if you use it. In this video, I'll be doing two looks for you. I'll be showing you close-ups of the palette, swatches, all that good stuff. We're gonna chat some more at the end. I do also plan on doing an Instagram video / TikTok with this very soon, so just stay tuned for a third look for you. Before we get into it, I didn't give any of my accessory details, but I'm wearing the exact same plugs from Love Kills Boutique in both look number 1 and look number 2. I don't know if you could see my choker from look number 1, but I don't remember where it's from. But this necklace is from Ana Luisa. So yeah, let's just go ahead, hop into it. I really want to show you this palette, get to swatching and all that fun stuff. So here it is. It's just so cute. I love the packaging on all of their palettes. It's just so adorable and this fits in so well. And this is the inside. It is so pretty. This is such a fall dream. Really, I should have included this in my autumn favorites video that I just posted, I think yesterday, by the time this video is going up, but I didn't have the palette at the time that I filmed that. So retroactively, I'm putting this in that video because it is so perfect for this time of year. My shade Legend did arrive a little crumbled, so I had to kind of smush it back into place, but it works just fine. I think these colors are so pretty. We have 4 mattes and 5 delicious shimmers. They are so wet looking and metallic and shifty and amazing, and I'm really, really excited about this palette. I tried to do 2 looks today that were like completely different vibes, totally different color schemes, totally different placements, and I'm really excited to share them with you. I'm also just really excited to play with this one some more. I'm really excited about this brand, and I'm just so thrilled for them to be launching their third palette. Let's just go ahead though, move on into the looks, and then we will chat some more about my thoughts at the end of the video. Hello, my friends! I'm so excited to dive into this cute little palette. It's gonna be so fun. I think I want to kick it off with a reverse smoky eye today, and then tomorrow I think I just want to do something so blown out, so blue, so magical, but today I want to play with the warmth and do a reverse smoky eye. I'm gonna prime with my Kaleidos eye primer because I've been on a kick with this one lately. All right, primed and ready to go. Let's just dive in. So I'm gonna first dip into Stories. This is a little Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm just gonna start by kind of packing it in the inner part of my eye. Right there, and a little on the lower lash line right in the inner part. I'm so excited to be playing with another palette from them. I feel like they are just killing it. I think they're gonna make such big waves. So something like that, it's always gonna start looking scary. These reverse smoky eyes look scary until they're done every time. Next, I'm gonna take Entrapture, and this is a dual-ended Sigma brush. I'm gonna use the E38 side, just grab a little bit of that, and I'm basically just gonna kind of, oop, lots of pigment, more pigment than I wanted. I'm just gonna kind of lightly scoot right along the edge of that first like burgundy shade. Just using very light motions, not taking it out super far, just trying to get a little diffuse going on. I'm gonna grab just a tiny bit more, the teeniest bit ever, and do the same with the lower part. Kind of carrying some of that orange throughout, just doing a little bit of soft circular motions as well. Kind of something like that. It's starting to come together. It's obviously still a little scary. We have another shade to blend out, but it's starting to create that vibe that I want. I'm also gonna take Performance. I feel like just knocking this blending side out of the way before I move on. This is an E45 from Sigma, and I'm just gonna kind of do sort of the same thing, but with this yellow, I'm gonna take it across a little bit further. I'm still trying to leave like this area fairly blank, and just really focusing on creating that gradient across so that it starts dark and then just like fans out lighter. Like you would typically do with a smoky eye in the outer corner, except this is the inner, it's a reverse. I love that, it's so fall and so pretty. Gonna do the same with the lower lash line. I really like this yellow too. It's a really nice shade. It adds just such a nice glow in the inner area. It's so pretty. I'm gonna add a little bit more orange because I feel like I lost it just a little bit with all of that blending. So just intensifying that just a little bit more, kind of dragging it across just slightly. Then back in with my yellow brush, no additional product, kind of sort of something like that. Okay, I'm loving this so far. I do want to add some shimmer in the mix though. For the first one, I'm not even going to use glitter primer because I want it to almost just kind of sprinkle in, like I just want a very light touch of it. But it's going to be Mystic. I think just a little touch of this gold will be really, really pretty in here. This is the E54 side of that dual-ended brush. I'm just going to do a little tippy top right in the front little pocket of my lid. Nothing too crazy. And then I'm gonna blend it with those same kind of crease shades that I use just to give a little bit of extra interest in the front. So I'm just gonna flip that brush over to the side that I use the orange, but it doesn't really matter which brush. It could be a clean brush for all I care. I just wanna do a little bit of scooting just to diffuse it out a little bit. I wanted to leave a little bit of sheen, but I didn't want it to look like shimmer and then nothing, you know what I mean? I wanted it to fade out really nice, just to give a little dimension to the front. I'm gonna do the same with the underneath portion, just gonna tuck a little of it kind of right underneath, like parallel to where I put the other shade. The same thing, I'm just going to blend it out a lot so that it just fades in with everything nicely. Kind of like that, you know, just enough to add a little bit of extra sheen and dimension. For the inner corner, I want to use Charismatic. Just going to pop it right there. Nothing too crazy. And then I do want to create kind of a shimmer wing with Wanderer. I think that'll be really, really pretty and kind of tie in what we started with in the inner corner. I am going to start with my NYX glitter primer for this because I do want something to like really help that shimmer adhere. This is an Unearthly Cosmetics 8-10 brush. It's a very flat angled brush. And I'm just going to kind of draw where I want my wing to be. It's obviously not going to be anything perfect right now because it's clear. Just kind of tracing out roughly where I want my wing to go so that I have a sticky base for it to adhere to. Kind of like that. You can kind of see the shape a little bit. And I always say, if you're someone who wants to do wings liner, practice with shadow. It makes it a lot easier than liquids. So dipping that same sticky brush into Wanderer, I'm just going to start drawing out my wing. Obviously, you could totally skip this step. I think the reverse smoky eye is super pretty without it, but I wanted a little something extra with this as well. Just gonna kind of drag that down. Plus this gave me an excuse to use another shade because after this one I'll have used 6 of the shades today. Love that for me. I don't even want like the biggest wing of all time where it's like super thick like I typically do. I just wanted like a little pop of something. I think it'll be pretty. Even when I get to the front here, I'm not gonna like make it super thick. I want it to kind of fade into everything else very softly. Just grabbing little bits at a time. And that's kind of where I wanna leave it. I'm gonna perfect it a little bit more when I can have a mirror really close to my face and do both eyes at the same time. But this is pretty much it for look number 1. I really like it. I'm going to finish it up though, throw on my lashes and eye pencil and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. This is the final look complete. I really hope you enjoy it. I love how it came out. I feel like it's kind of elegant, but still cutesy. I like how warm it is. It's so fun. And I love the addition of this shimmer wing, especially because I don't feel like it takes away from the main point of this reverse smoky eye look. Overall, I'm just very happy with this and I'm excited to play with this palette some more. The eye pencil I went with is Get Lucid from Colourpop, just to play with more of those warm tones, you know. My lashes are the unfortunately discontinued Noella lashes, Fiona lashes. On my lips, I went with the Wise lip pencil from Rare Beauty with the Fenty Heat Lemon Lava gloss over top. It's one of my current favorite glosses. I like the warm, tingly feeling. It's so nice, and I just really like the shine that it leaves as well. So yeah, this is look number 1. I really hope you like it. I'm in love with it. Let's move on to look number 2. Hello, my friends. Let's create look number 2. I want to do something very blue today, probably a halo eye. I think that would be fun. I need to prime first. I almost went straight in. Just gonna use my Kaleidos one again, like look number 1. Primed and ready for action. I'm gonna start with Performance. I'm gonna use the same E45 from Sigma that I used with this shade yesterday, but I did wipe it off first because I don't want all the like orangey, burgundy stuff on it too. And I'm just gonna focus this in the inner and outer part of my crease. If it goes to the center a little, it's fine, but I don't want that to be the main placement of it. I'm also gonna drag some on the lower lash line. I'm just gonna take this all the way across though, and just really smudge it out. This is more so gonna be my blending shade when I lay the matte green down, but I did want to make sure I have a nice base. Gonna go in now with Inspiration. This is a Sigma E27. I'm just going to pat this in the inner and outer corner of my lid and just start wiggling it through my crease just a little bit, just in those sections though. I don't want to bring the shade to the middle at all. Really like this shade of green. I think that's really pretty. Just building up and intensifying that inner and outer corner. I'm just gonna wiggle this along that lower lash line as well. This one I will take all the way across. And then just gonna use the brush that I used with the yellow. I'm not even grabbing any additional product. Just gonna work on smoking out the edges of that green just a bit. Took a little coffee break, but I am back. We're gonna work on the shimmers now. I'm gonna take my NYX glitter primer as per usual. Really liking these like swampy green and yellow vibes. I think it's so pretty. And I really like that you can get this vibe or that very like warm, fiery vibe at the same time in this palette. I'm gonna use this little E54 side of that dual-ended Sigma brush that I used in look number 1 that I also did wipe off. And I'm just gonna tippy tap that glitter primer all over my lid. And then I'm going to start with the shade Legend. And that is gonna go on the inner and outer part of my lid. I think I did that backwards. So gonna plop it right here in the outer half of the lid. Oh, it's such a pretty color. My goodness. Their shimmers are just so good. I cannot get enough. But yeah, just doing a little tippy tappy right here. So pretty, my goodness. And I'm just gonna use my brush that I used with the green earlier, no additional product, just to lightly smudge around that edge just to make sure everything is flowing softly. And then I'm gonna take the shade Lure. I'm actually just gonna use my finger and I'm just gonna pat that right in the center of my lid. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is such a pretty color. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. Gonna just tippy tap the brush that I used with the more bluey shade just to make sure that like seams together nicely. Look how shiny that is. That's insane. It literally looks just as shiny in real life too as it does on camera. I think that's incredible. Wow, okay, I need to make the other side match. I'm also just gonna take a little bit of Legend and just kind of smush it along the lower lash line just a little bit. Just because I want to bring a little bit of that blue down here as well. And then I'm just going to smoke that out with my green brush. Yeah, I like seeing some of that bluiness down there. I think that's really pretty. And then for the inner corner, let's just use Charismatic again. That just seems like a fitting inner corner shade. And that about wraps it up for look number 2. I really like it. I'm going to just do my usual thing, finish it up, eye pencil, lashes, lipstick, all that good stuff, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, and this is the completed look. I really like how this came out. I really like the grungy brown lip with this. I think it's just such a vibe. I really like this look. The eye pencil I threw in is Cosmic Eternal from Urban Decay. I don't think that's available anymore, but it's just like a metallic blue, and I just thought it went with that sparkly blue lower lash line nicely. These lashes are the same Fiona lashes from Noella Lashes, and on my lips is Mahogany Lip Clay from Kaleidos. I really like this look. I don't know which look is my favorite. So yeah, let's just zoom out and we will chat some more. Thank you so much for watching my video playing with the Bard palette. This was so much fun to play with. I would love to know which look was your favorite that I did today. I truly can't pick. I loved the vibes of both of them, but these blues in particular are really enchanting, so I am drawn to this, but I loved how just deliciously smoked out my inner corner was from look number 1. I can't pick a favorite, you'll have to tell me. I've had such a good time playing with this. All of the mattes performed beautifully. I'm very impressed with their matte formula because they're so pigmented but so buttery smooth. They blend so easy. I never have issues with anything skipping or blending weird. I love their mattes, but their shimmers are definitely where it shines. I'm obsessed with all of these. I think they're all so rich and dimensional. I think my 3 favorites are definitely these 3. Something about like these 2 bluey shades and this beautiful like burgundy. It's just delicious. So mouth-watering. I'm really excited about this palette. I think this fits in really well with their other 2 palettes also. I think between all 3 you have a really good range of colors, and I think these would mix and match really nicely. Overall, I'm very impressed with this. I can't wait to keep playing with it. I think I like this one more than the Sorcerer, but the Druid still holds first place for me. So that is where I will leave you. I hope this video was helpful for you. Again, it's launching tomorrow on September 29th at 9 a.m. PST, and you can use my affiliate code battybean to save some money. I would love to know your thoughts. Do you plan on picking this one up? Have you tried the brand yet before? Let's chat down below. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me some musical emojis for the Bard palette? And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. I love when I film a whole like outro segment and my camera wasn't even on. Like, who was I even talking to?